Hi guys, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video we're going to be talking about the Anupama series, and we're talking about an upcoming episode that is about to go down in the Anupama series pretty very soon. Guys, it's quite an interesting episode coming, so please don't go anywhere with the video to the very end to find out exactly what is about to go down in the Anupama series this time around. If I continue to the video, lovelies, please don't forget that this is still UG Update. In case if you are here to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget guys to give the video a thumbs up. Alright guys, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with Babu Ji calls Vanraj, and then Baa tells him that Vanraj has gone out for some work and asks him to have the medicine. Babu Ji then takes the medicine and then again calls Vanraj. Then Baa says he has gone out. Babu Ji asks, "Why are you worried?" and then again asks her to call Vanraj. Baa is shocked and sits down beside him and tells him that they shall go to the doctor. He asks, "What happened to you?" But then Baa says nothing and tells that she wants to take him to the doctor. Babu Ji calls Vanraj and says, "Tell your mother that I am fine." So Baa says, "I told you 4 times that Vanraj is not at home." Babu Ji then says, "Everyone forgets in this age," and says, "The day I forgot you, I will be gone." Baa then says she doesn't like such things, and then Babu Ji ties flowers in her hair and says, "You are looking good." Baa gets up to go, and then Babu Ji again calls Vanraj, and Baa thinks she needs to talk to Anupama, and then realizes she had taken Dimpy to the doctor. Dimpy and Anupama are in the doctor's cabin, and the doctor says the reports are normal. She is anemic and has less weight, but don't worry, she will prescribe medicines to her. She asks Anupama to take care of her food and asks Dimpy not to take any stress, and says a small carelessness can lead to big problem. She then tells that she shall be careful and asks her not to have any guilt and eat well. She says there is no major problem but can happen, to be careful. Anupama then says, "I will take care of her." Pakhi fixes an appointment with a doctor, and then Adhik is standing behind her. So Pakhi asks him if he wants to lecture her that why I said all that blah 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 to Jyoti. She asks him to say and asks him not to give judgmental look. So Adhik says, "God shall not give us baby." Then Pakhi then asks, "Have you lost it?" He says motherhood is a big responsibility and says the body and mind need to be strong, but you have a sick mind. He says the way you talk to Jyoti, you don't deserve to be a mother. He says whichever child you bring up, you will spoil him or her. So Pakhi asks if you deserve to be a father. So Adhik says maybe not, but I'm not going to the doctor to become a father, and says I have accepted my fate and asks her to accept her fate too. She asks, "How can you talk to your wife like this?" But Adhik then says, "How can you talk to a small girl like this? She is your sister." He says, "I have done many mistakes in life, had done fraud in business, laid hands on you, and I felt that there is no cheap person in this world other than me. But the way you talk to the small girl, your sister, I feel so sad for you." He says, "We disgusted husband and wife don't deserve children." So Pakhi asks him not to say this and says, "I will be the world's best mommy for my child." She says, "If I don't become a mother, then I will die." Then Adhik asks her to relax and says, "I shouldn't have said that." He says, "We will go to the doctor," and then Pakhi says, "I need our baby," and hugs him. Anupama asks Dimpy why is she not increasing her weight and asks her to tell her whatever she wants to eat, pizza, burger or anything. But Dimpy asks her not to take stress, and Anupama then says, "My daughter's weight is not increasing and I shall not take stress." Dimpy sees Vanraj standing outside and she says, "Papa." Then Vanraj asks if everything is fine. He checks the reports, and then Anupama tells that she has weakness, so gave multivitamin, calcium, iron tablets and a tonic. Vanraj then thanks Anupama for coming with Dimpy and says, "I wouldn't have come. I thought she would be comfortable with Anupama, and that's why I didn't say anything." He asks Dimpy to tell him if she wants to go anything. Then Anupama asks Dimpy to tell her if she wants to have anything and says she will send for caviar and her. Vanraj says thanks but not thanks. He says, "I have kept the maid at home to cook food." So Anupama tells that Baba and Babu Ji can't eat food made by maid. But Vanraj says, "I am adjusting and even they have to adjust." He says the maids make food everywhere. We can't run to you every time. You have to bear the problems and hear your Shahs towns because of us. He says she will take care of Baa and Babu Ji, and then Anupama says they are my Baa and Babu Ji too. Vanraj says surely then Anuj and you have taken care of them. He says once you had said that you would not come to the Shah's house often, and says now I am asking you to maintain distance as relations stay good with distance. Anupama was shocked, and then Vanraj asked Dimpi to come and they live in the car, while Anupama stands shocked in the road. Baa takes off the bad side of Babuji, and then Babuji asks her to talk positive talk game and says if God hears us then we will be blessed. Then Baa asks him to start. He says Kavia's baby will be chubby. Then Baa says Sama's baby will be fair. He says I will tell them stories. Then Baa says I will massage them with oil. Babuji says they do their namkaran. Then Baa says we will argue over naming them. Babuji then says it will be fun. Then Baa says they will love me more, and Babuji says love me more. Baa says love us both, and she says the house will be cheerful with babies. So Babuji says we all will keep laughing. Pakhi and Adhik meet the doctor, and the doctor tells them something, while Pakhi gets teary eyes and takes her foul, while Adhik holds her hands. Kavya then comes home from the clinic and tells that she will tell Bab and Babuji first that the baby is fine. She sees Vanraj and Dimpi come in there, and then Dimpi gets down the car and is about to go inside, while Kavya comes to Vanraj and tells that she felt bad that he didn't come with her and not because he is bringing Dimpi. Vanraj says he got free so brought Dimpi, and Dimpi hears them. Anupama is upset of Vanraj's words and thinks to talk to him, but then thinks it is of no use, as she says Baa and Babuji are her parents. So Pakhi comes there and hugs Anupama, and she says we had gone to the doctor, and the doctor told that there is a chance that I can become a mother with the help of IVF. She says he said there is no guarantee, but there are still chances. So Anupama gets happy and takes them to in-house temple and asks them to light the diya. She thanks Kanhaji, and then she tells them that they did right to take the second opinion, and says very soon the chubby baby will come. Adhik says Pakhi is still a child and asks her she can handle a baby. She says you used to fight, and they argue. Anupama says time out and asks them to make her eat sweet. Adhik then asks what you want to have, but Anupama says ice cream. Pakhi asks Anupama if she is really happy for her, but she says I was overwhelmed and saw you, and that's why I hugged you. She says if there was someone else also, then I would have hugged others too, but then she says I was lost in the moment and even now. She says you care for Choti, Dimpi and Romeo, and that's why I was confirming if my happiness matters to you. So Anupama looks at Adhik and asks why your heart didn't answer you before you asked me this question. She says I am your mother and not an enemy. But she says a mother becomes happy hearing becoming a nanny or daddy. Pakhi then asks what makes you more happy, nanny or daddy? And then Anupama says I don't have weighing machine to weigh, and asks her to do it if she has a weighing machine. She asks her to be happy as she had read about IVF, and she asks her to stay happily for the procedure. While Pakhi goes from there, Adhik says he has some office work and then goes, while Anupama asks us to do something. Guys, it's quite an interesting episode, but the shocking part, it was Vanraj warning Anupama to stay off the Shah's house. Guys, what do you think about the episode? Please drop what you think about the episode on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is the YouTube updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give the video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that'll be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video.